Cruise parking. It's one of those inevitable expenses if you decide to park at the port for your cruise. While parking at the port itself is very convenient, using the cruise port's parking option can be very expensive and add up quickly. In this video, we'll give you a guide as to how to save money on parking, and you may be shocked at how much money you can keep in your pocket for your cruise vacation. Welcome to the Value Cruiser. My name is Casey, and thank you for joining us. Let's get right into some parking savings for all of the cruise ports you may sail out of in the state of Florida. Our benchmark for every port is a 7-night itinerary sailing in April with parking booked between 2 and 3 months before the sailing date to give you the best comparison. And for convenience, all of our options will include a shuttle or will be within a reasonable walking distance to the port. Let's start in Jacksonville. Port parking is $17 a day or $119 for 7 nights. The only good alternative option is the parking mall that includes a free shuttle to the port for $84 total. That's a savings of $35. Book this directly on the parking mall's website in the video description link below. Now we go down to Central Florida and Port Canaveral. We have a couple of good alternatives to the $20 per day port parking, which includes first and last day of parking at full price, making the total $160 plus tax. The option we recommend and have tested ourselves personally is Port Canaveral parking. They have a free shuttle and the cost is $13.95 a day, totaling $131 after taxes and fees, saving you $29 plus tax for the week. We have seen this go as low as $9.95, so keep an eye out for sales and promotions. You can book this directly on Port Canaveral Parking's website, linked in the description below. Another option if you're sailing out of Terminals 1, 2, or 3 is booking on RightWay Parking for the Holiday Inn Express Cape Canaveral, which is right across the street from these terminals and within walking distance. You can park for 7 nights here for $102, saving you $58 plus tax without needing a shuttle at all. We'll head across I-4 to the Port of Tampa next. Port parking here is $15 per day or $105 for 7 nights. On-air parking has an option where you park in the channel side drive garage, which is right beside the port parking deck and within walking distance to the terminals. For those specific dates, it was $99. But we have personally seen this option and booked this option for 35% less than the port parking garage. So keep an eye out on promotions and price changes for your sailing date. Another option is with RightWay Parking at their Port Harbor lot, which is also within walking distance to the port. This lot was $96 for the week, but check prices for your dates and it may be cheaper. If you don't mind a shuttle and you find the walking lot still pricey, check this option on cruiseparking.com with 241 car services, which includes a free shuttle and is $68 total. This is $37 less than the port parking garage. And one other shuttle option is on-air parking at the Quality Inn and Suites, Ybor City, which includes parking and a shuttle for 2 people for $74. The shuttle costs $10 extra per person if you have more than 2 people. Finally, if you don't mind an open-air lot with a slightly further walk, you can really save with this RightWay parking option at Tampa Union Station. The cost is only $43 for the week, which is a $62 savings over the port garage. That's less than half of the price of the port parking garage. Moving on to South Florida and Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale. Port parking here is $20 per day or $140 total. A popular alternative is Park and Go that runs free shuttles to the cruise port for $104 total. It is around a mile from the port, so it's just a short hop on the shuttle, and this option saves you $36. Other cheaper options with a free shuttle include this one from RightWay Parking at their one-way parking Port Everglades lot, which is $82 for the week. On-air parking, there's an even cheaper option at their EVG Cruise Port parking lot, which is $68 with a shuttle included. And our cheapest Port Everglades option is on cruiseparking.com. It's their PTE cruise parking lot, and it is $66 with a shuttle included. That is a total savings of $74 or over 50%. Now on to Port Miami. Cruise port parking here is the highest at $35 per day or $245 for a 7-night sailing. On-air parking has an option called Park and Cruise with a free shuttle for $120. The garage is a few blocks from the Port Causeway Bridge, so the shuttle ride is not very long. The savings here is $125, so it is less than half the price. WeParkin Miami has a similar option with a free shuttle for $115. You can book this directly on their website, linked in the video description. This option saves you $130. While this is a longer shuttle ride, this option may be justifiable due to the savings, and it is on cruiseparking.com. It is at the Courtyard by Marriott near the airport and is a 20-minute shuttle. The shuttle to the port is free for up to 2 people, and the return shuttle is $20 each. So for 2 people, this option, including a round-trip shuttle, is $89. That's a $156 savings over parking directly at the port. And we would like to quickly mention the Port of Palm Beach. Here, your best option is to use the port parking at $19 a day. This is due to the lack of other options and the fact that the longest cruise sailing out of this port at the time of filming this video is 4 nights. And for these reasons, that is why we cannot give you any other viable options for this port. And keep in mind that if you're viewing this video sometime after, the prices will likely be higher, but the savings will likely be either the same or greater than what is presented in this video. We hope you found this cruise parking video helpful when deciding where to park for your cruise. If you have any parking suggestions we may have missed, please put them in the comments below. We love to hear where you like to park and what options you use when you go parking for your cruise. And if you like this content, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy your cruise, and happy savings.